told you you so extra, but I know I'm the same.
What's up, y'all? What is up? It is your girl, EJ, the TV Junky, y'all. We are here. We are back to talk about the family business. We are talking about book 7, y'all. And we're going to be talking about chapters 1 through 10. And y'all already know I got a crew with me today. We're going to be breaking this on down for y'all. So I hope everybody has had time to read it. Let me go ahead and they're already here. I just got to let y'all see them. Here we go. Okay, that's not the layout. Okay, nope, that's not the layout either, y'all. StreamYard is irking my nerves. This ain't my layout either, but here we go. We're gonna go with this one. Okay. Hey, Letitia.
Hey, sorry. Hey.
How are you?
That's wrong buttons. I'm good. I'm loving being here. Excited about the discussion.
Hey, that's what's up. I got my girl Ernestine in the building. Hey, Ernestine.
Damn, that's a good mac and cheese. Hey.
Wop,
Hi,
wop,
Letitia.
Macaroni in a pot. Okay. Hey, Lexi.
Hey, I'm low-key jealous that she gets to be Ernestine. I think we should take a vote next week. Because I'm like, that's my spirit animal. Like, I swear she talks to me sometimes in the book. So I'm just saying, but hey, y'all, hey, everybody in the chat.
What's up, everybody? What's up, Matthew Wilson, Latoya, my girl? Shout out to you. Thank you for all that you do. Always keeping the room clear, making sure everybody like, share, and subscribe. Y'all, Latoya is one of the moderators in the room. So y'all know, show her some love. Shout out to everybody else in the building. Sally, guys, if you do not know, we started the Discord, so definitely join the Discord. I have the link right up at the top. You can join the Discord. We have all sorts of channels in there for any type of TV talk that you're trying to do, but most importantly, if you're into the books, we actually have a book club in there as well. We have a Carl Weber book club. We're going to have like a live listening type of thing as well for those of you that already have the book or own the book. We're going to do like some of those. So definitely join the Discord. I'm going to have a lot of different things going on in there. So I would love to have you there. It's right at the top. So just go ahead and join. So anyway, y'all, let's get it popping with this book, y'all. So last week we kind of introduced everybody to the characters, right? But this week we're going to kind of be going through episodes 1 through 10. We gave everybody the basis last week. What is up, Tamika's Den? We gave everybody the basis of what was going on in the book. But I need to know just chapters 1 through 10, vibe check on how y'all was feeling about chapters 1 through 10, because breaking it up is a little bit different when you just go and isolate it and listen to just certain parts of it. So Letitia, I'm gonna start with you, then Ernestine, and then Lexi, aka Spirit Animal Ernestine.
I felt like it started off a bit slow, but then picked up kind of quick. I was listening to it as opposed to turning pages. I started off, I think the first 3 chapters I read, and then I picked it up on Audible. All the way through, really, I'm giving it, like I said, a 9. The only reason why I don't really give like full 10s unless I'm like blown away. And, you know, of course, there's a cliffhanger at the end of the book. So that's why I don't give 10s.
I know. I feel you on that one. Ernestine with the wop, wop, wop macaroni in a pot. Hey, what was you thinking?
EJ, stop.
What?
Marie LeBlanc. So yes, Ernestine in the book so far, Ernestine is my kind of girl, you know. I'm picking up what she put down. I enjoyed the book. I'm like Letitia. I'm not going to give it a 10, but it is very, very good. It keeps your attention, and it's very interesting. It's different from the original family business with the characters, of course, and you have to learn new people, but the people that we are learning are very interesting. And I'm ready to get started the conversation and see what everybody else thinks. But yeah, I can give it a strong 9, a solid 9.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, Miss Spirit Animal Ernestine, Lexi.
So I said what I meant, and I'm standing 10 toes in it, y'all.
in it.
Overall, I'm gonna give this book like between the 8.7 to a 9.2. Y'all already know how I feel about the chapter names
I can't.
being the names over and over and over again. And if you're listening to it at like 1 o'clock in the morning, like somebody, I know me, sometimes you get confusion if you hear it and kind of wake you up and you're like, wait, didn't I just listen to this? And then no. But other than that, I loved it all the way up until like the last 4 chapters. EJ and everybody who was in the IG kind of chat will let you know I pretty much have recasted the whole cast of this season. Nobody was safe.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Hold on, y'all? Let me I don't think I sent this to Tika Dushi. Hold on. My bad.
No worries.
My bad, Tika Dushi. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know that's my boo. I somehow forgot to send her the link because I sent it in the Discord. Okay, there we go. So anyway, y'all, because y'all know it ain't a party to Tika Dushi show up.
I'm sorry. One question: is the free thing still available?
Lexi is my plug. Lexi,
Okay.
is the free thing still available? Do you know?
I happened to look at it about an hour ago and it was still available. So I don't know when it ends. It did not say when it ends. So go ahead and cop that while you can.
Okay, so
y'all heard it. So go cop that while you can. It is still free for 30 days. You can actually listen to it for free. And guess what, y'all? If you have the book, like if you just all you need to do is just have the book. So even if it's the free book, if you come to the Discord, we are going to be doing I'm going to be doing like a live listening to the book inside of the private Discord. So definitely come and join, but you have to have the book because we got to be on the up and up, y'all. You got to own the book, even if it's the 30-day one. So do what you do. All right, y'all. So let's get into it. As a matter of fact, I'll probably right after this, I'll probably go into the Discord and we'll probably do like the first few chapters, and that way you can listen to it. And shoot, y'all need to go ahead and copy this thing.
Yeah, it's good. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. So that you can keep up with
Vaughn. Oh, Demarcus. By the way, me and Candy figured out exactly who you gonna be and who you gonna like in the book. We already know. We have agreed mutually that it's gonna be the character Gabriel is who you're going to gravitate towards. But we'll talk about him much, much later. But just know that we have already figured out exactly who you gonna, be riding for.
Yeah,
we know.
Now wait a second. Hold up. That's harsh. That's harmful.
He likes Donna.
He likes Donna.
But I can
He likes
see
the
why
op.
he liked Donna. You see what I'm saying? Because he fell for the rigmarole. He you know how dudes be with light skin, almost white skin. Come on now. So let's get his a grace. Let's get his a grace. What? Oh,
DeMarcus. Anybody, if somebody likes the color pink, DeMarcus gonna go all the way to the color doo-doo green. And that's
okay, so DeMarcus, I just want you to know when we get to those chapters who fought for you. I just want you to know that.
Just remember that Lexi fought for you. Okay.
Yeah. In the beginning, but
in the beginning.
She got to learn DeMarcus.
Y'all, so y'all can actually see this right here. Okay, y'all. So the Family Business Book 7, New Orleans. Y'all, I'm ready to talk about this now. Let's get into the prologue. So in the prologue, we are actually going to kind of get the basis of the story, right? We're going to get like where all of the stuff starts at. We have Pierre LeBlanc, who happens to be the brother of a hardcore gangster kingpin, whatever you want to call him. He's the man in New Orleans, right? But he got a little gambling problem. And we are going to meet with Billy Bob, of course, the Billy Bob. We've all agreed that this is the Billy Bob from the Billy, because the people who saw it, y'all say this the Billy Bob, right? Billy Bob. Okay, so y'all already know Billy Bob with his crazy self. Y'all saw him this season in the TV show. So they're gonna be gambling, and of course Pierre is gonna be losing his money, and he's gonna think that Billy Bob is cheating. Y'all, low key, I feel like Billy Bob was cheating. What y'all think? Y'all think he was cheating, or y'all think it was a straight up game?
Listen, the house always wins, first of all. And second of all, it don't matter if Billy Bob was cheating. I got the impression that Mr. Pierre was just an all around F up. He was always losing.
I just got questions. If we know that Mr. Billy Bob is a staunch racist, why was he invited to the cookout?
Girl,
We
I
can't
don't be
get rid of
knowing.
him. Him and Councilman, which is now Mayor Sims, we cannot get rid of them. They are everywhere.
They just stay
Right.
everywhere. Like I do not understand it, and that's my other problem is that why everybody got Councilman Sims in they pocket, y'all. Like why is it? Why is Councilman Sims don't even need to like at this point he is just getting money from everywhere. He on the Black Hamptons, he in the family business, New Orleans, New York. He every doggone where and in everybody pocket doing the absolute most. So anywho, y'all, we're gonna see that there's gonna be a whole little thing. Pierre feels like Billy Bob cheated, but you know, it is what it is. They're gonna kind of get into a little bit of a thing. They're gonna tell him to walk away, and so he does. What I loved about this prologue is the description of it. That's what I think I love about the books is like the descriptions. You get the description about Skunk, who's a character that we meet a little bit later. Like you hear, you know, he's out, he's walking into the casino and, you know, and you learn about where the casino is, the Midnight Blues, you know, it just feels like it's going to be this, and it just feels like this captivating place and like it's just going to be this place that's bustling with lots of energy. As you listen to it, you just feel like you could be right in this casino. And then where they have this front where it's a real casino, then in the other area, it's a whole nother place. It's a whole nother parlor where they're actually doing high stakes gambling. It's some illegal ish going on down there, in other words. You know what I mean? So that to me was what I kind of got from this prologue. Lexi, how was you feeling about the prologue? Like, what did you get from it?
Y'all know I was talking about this last week, y'all. I got my life in this one. Woo. This was the one time that I feel in my heart, y'all, in my heart, that they gonna pull it out, right? Now the casting was correct. For what's his name? Brandon T. Jackson. I'll call him by his governmentals. I feel like he better pull this scene off. I feel like, I just feel like, well, we were arguing kind of sort of maybe in the IG about who was going to be the paramour, right? Because I said that it should have been Miracle Watts, and everybody was like, but Miracle Watts don't talk. But going into the book, I loved the prologue. I loved how they set things up. It was a murder mystery from the very beginning. Even though we heard Pierre and we got to know Pierre after death, kind of throughout the book, they really still didn't dwell into who Pierre was. Like, did Pierre have kids out there? All of those things. I think that it was an excellent start into the murder mystery about what happened, how it happened, and how the Duncans got to come and save the day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think so too. I loved how it started out. I thought it was like the makings of a good because they make it they don't ever tell you, and we'll get to that in a second, but I'll come back to that. Ernestine, darling.
Yes.
What were your thoughts about the prologue? Like, what were your feelings? Did you feel in like you were kind of engulfed into the scene? And then with you also kind of getting a visual of it, would you say that the show, like the introduction of the Midnight Blues, did it feel like the book per se, or do you feel like it kind of, you know, maybe not so much?
Well, so just to hear the prologue, it drew me in. I was tuned into it because it was, you know, giving all of this information, and the Billy Bob and Pierre, you know, back and forth, and everybody, just that was enough for me to keep going. But as far as the club on the show, from what we could see, because it was like edited, it was like floor edited version, so it really wasn't clear. But if the teacher can you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't give us the vibe that we got in the book.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Unless
Okay.
I'm missing something, but Letitia can correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I agree
Okay.
with you. I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah. Because we didn't get that intro of the club like we did in the book. We just got the club
Gotcha.
and what took place in the club. So we didn't get that. But hopefully they'll give that to us, when the show comes out.
Gotcha. Okay, Letitia, opening thoughts of the prologue.
Oh, I gave my thoughts. I feel like I can't say for certain if he did cheat him or not. I mean, Billy Bob is a cheat. I mean, it's very possible, but I just feel like Pierre he just terrible luck. He's always mucking up the monies. So that's
Okay.
all I got for him.
It
Okay,
seems
y'all.
like Pierre might have just been one of those ones that you just have to keep your phone on keep your notifications on, because you might get a phone call about him. He just put me in the mind of somebody that's always doing wrong. You always got how you got that child or that sibling that the police knock on my door, I know it's Pierre. If I get a phone call at 3:00, it might be from Pierre.
Yeah, okay.
It might be Pierre. Pierre put you in mind of one of them people.
Okay, that's what's up. Let me go ahead and bring my girl up, Miss Tika Deshawn, aka All Things Ruthless. Hey, boo, how are you?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I hear y'all on here trying to low key hype. He called Pierre. I mean, yeah, call Pierre a crackhead.
Listen, he was something.
He was busy.
He was definitely something. I mean, he had some little problems. He had some problems.
Yeah.
So let's move on to let me ask you, Tika. First and foremost, vibe check of the book. And then as we get the opening, I was saying how you kind of got this, like you felt like you were in the blues club in the book, like the sounds that they were giving you, like they were like the sounds that it was making, like they painted this picture like, dang, I could really be up in this thing. And it felt like a vibe. So I was kind of wondering how you felt about that opening thing and what you thought about Pierre. Did Billy Bob cheat or not?
Some shenanigans went down. I can't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Billy Bob done cheated on he cheated Pierre out of all his boots, his socks, his drawers, everything. But that's the whole. I mean, I'm feeling the book. Of course, I done re-listened multiple times, but I mean, I don't know if you want a number or on a scale of on the Richter scale of 1 to 10. Now, I'm definitely gonna give it a 9.9. Um, I mean, I'm enjoying it, re-listening to it, and thanks to you, I got to re-listen to it again and again. But it's all good because it's worth it. Like it's one of those. It's some content that you can reread because every time you're gonna catch something else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I felt the same way too. Cause like I was telling them earlier when we were in the Discord, I was like, sometimes I fell asleep. Like, like I be listening to it, then I fall asleep, then I have to come back and I'm like, dang, did I miss something? Like, so, because, I was going through it. I was like, I be on them books. I'll be ready to go. So let's get on to chapter 1, y'all. So chapter 1 opens up real spicy, y'all. Me and Candy done had a whole freaking time laughing at this because we don't re-listen to the first. We re-listen to it. But when the episode opens up, we meet when the episode shit. I mean, shoot. When the chapter opens up, we meet Marquise and Antoinette. And, they getting it on, and we're going to find out some things about Antoinette. And it's just a whole scene. Tika, I'm going to start with you. Talk to me about chapter 1, meeting Marquise. Your first thoughts on Marquise and Antoinette.
Listen, first of all, you guys, when you listen to the description of them having an intimate moment, it's in his perspective, his voice. So when her voice comes in as his voice, it just threw me off because I'm like, oh, daddy, like when it's coming from a man's voice, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Y'all can add a chick to just to narrate that little moment. And then, I mean, I get it. I get it. It's his voice, it's his perspective, but I laughed my behind off through that whole because it was just odd. It was just a little odd. Just just hearing it from that perspective. But I mean, we find out, of course, he messing around with a married woman. Like, what is you doing, Marquis? Like, what are you doing? You living a dangerous line, bruh. Very dangerous, especially considering who your mama is. So anyway, yeah.
Girl, we laughed so hard on that part because it just come out of nowhere. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. What just happened? It's the voice. And and shout out to the dude, whoever it is. We tried to hear who all the voices were, but they didn't say which particular voice was for who. But shout out to them because they did a doggone good job with that. Letitia, first thoughts on chapter 1, Marquise, Antoinette, Big Shirley, the whole situation, because Big Shirley was mad.
It was good. It was fun. I mean, the voice for Marquise is so dreamy. Seriously, he sounds so good. But I had a hard time trying to reconcile the fact that Marquise is going to be played by Brandon T. Jackson because I'm hearing this voice that don't sound like Brandon T. Jackson. But anyway, the scene itself, it was cool, and even when we saw it, it was a decent, love scene, but I mean, that is not it that you're getting caught by your mama at that big grown age. That's not it. And furthermore, we find out this woman is married too. We don't know who she's married to, even though it was said, but we don't know that fool yet. But when you get to know him, we're like, oh Lord, why? And he can't seem to get enough of this woman, so.
Okay. Now listen, I got a little bit of trivia for y'all for this one right here. This for you, Candy. The first part is for you. How long did Marquise resist Antoinette?
Oh, girl.
I know.
Lexi, yours is the second part. Don't huh?
I don't. It's not a week.
I see you
take it. Was it a month?
She done told you like 3 times.
Oh, help my girl out a little bit.
I wasn't looking.
Let me see if anybody in the chat. Thank you.
A week? A month?
Sally trying to help you out in the chat. Look in the chat.
Oh shit! A year?
Yes.
Golly, I know he took her home. He had to catch a ride, and
Tika kept going like this. I was like, "What is Tika doing?" I was like, "Shush, what?" And then I was like, "Oh."
Okay, I missed that part. No, I didn't. I heard it, but I forgot because I just heard it again today.
You sound silly, but yeah. No, yeah, girl. That's probably one of the parts you really could miss. But we done listened to it so many times at this point that it was just one of them things that I remembered at this point.
That's my question too. Where was she from?
No, this Lexi question. Where was Antoinette from?
See, that's messed up. How come I get the hard question? Let's see, because she was countryside.
Marquis said he liked her because she was from this place.
Because she said Cajun.
She was country. She was countrified.
It was from a ward.
9th ward, 8th ward. 9th ward, 8th ward. 4th ward, 5th. No, 9th or 8th. Oh.
Girl, you just gonna go through all the wards.
No, because I remember listening, like, didn't Lil Wayne rap about that ward? 5th ward. Final answer.
Yes, Tika, final answer. Tika talking about
I wasn't even looking, Tika, but thank you. Shout out to you, baby girl.
Well, listen, now wait till she gets to a question that I have to answer. I probably won't even know the answer. So
I got you.
Thank you, Lexi.
But yes, that is very true. Oh, you know what, Tika? Here you go. How long has the Midnight Blues been in the family?
Is it 40 years? A long ass time. How about that?
Sounds
my bad. See, I told y'all the question that came to me, I wasn't gonna be able to remember, right? I told y'all. Warned y'all in advance.
Okay, Tika, what type of business is the Midnight Blues?
Oh, Midnight Blues. Not okay. Well, Sally said 100.
That is true.
Salute to Sally. Thank you. You're the best.
Letitia, what type of business is Midnight Blues?
It's a casino, isn't it? Like not a juke joint, but it's like it's a casino.
Yeah, I
Right.
meant to say what type of. I remembered I missed one part of the thing. What type of business does the Midnight Blues have outside of the casino? What's in the other part of it? And I messed that question up. That's my bad. I said it earlier.
A parlor of something.
Yeah, it's a illegal high stakes rooms with no question.
Gambling. Okay, gotcha. But that $100, that 100-year thing, I'll never forget because we were talking about last week how that was even possible.
Exactly.
And why Big Shirley was in a brothel when she had a whole business and she could have went to go work at. I mean, who lost it? Somebody from the family lost it, or locked them out somehow. Because how?
Okay, Tika, do you remember? Did they say in the book at all, like why Big Shirley was out here at Big Sam's when they had a whole casino? I don't remember them saying it,
I could have missed it. I don't remember them saying anything, but she was too big. I ain't gonna even talk bad about Big Shirley because that's my girl. I ain't gonna put her in that same boat with that other person. I honestly do not remember. I'm not going there. We talking about Nola.
I ain't messing with you on this because I already said that. And we talked about this last week too, when you guys weren't here. We talked about not feeling a connection to Big Shirley, like right now. Like I personally don't have a connection to her. Like it just to me, you know how sometimes you get characters and you feel like this strong connection and you want them to be protected by all means necessary. Sort of like how I feel about Daikon, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like that connection to this character, Big Shirley. I like the Marquise character. I honestly, low key, even like the Saint character, not the Saint character, the Jean LeBlanc character. But for some reason, I don't feel a connection to the Big Shirley character. And I said I might be biased because she don't like Chippy or LC, and that could be it. But I really don't even think that that's it. But I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see.
I felt it closer to once we'll get to it where I started feeling her connection to the grand opening. That's when I started. It's down the line, and I understand what y'all mean when you don't really directly feel the connection right at this moment. But for me, it comes a little bit later on down the line. So I get that.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I was like, I don't know what it is. I was like, and it's also a point where I didn't feel like a connection to just the Duncans in the beginning of the book, not until the other Duncans pop in. And then all of a sudden I feel like, oh, okay, now I feel connected. It was a really weird thing, but I don't know. Let's talk about chapter 2 though, y'all. Let's get into chapter 2. I'm gonna start with you, Candy. In chapter 2, we get Big Shirley, right? Big Shirley just walked in on her son, like, girl, do you not knock? But this your house. You can do what you want to do. I'm sorry. Big Shirley comes in. So she's just leaving from there, right? So she's headed to the Blues because there's a whole situation going on. Talk to us about what's going down at the Midnight Blues and why Shirley is in a tizzy.
Okay, so I did listen to this a little bit earlier. Trying to refresh my memories. But so they have something going on, which is, can I go ahead and say what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so Pierre LeBlanc unalived himself at the Midnight Blues, and they have to, because of who he's related to, they can't just leave him there and call the brother to come get him or call the laws. They have to get rid of this body because it's too much going on and it's too much at stake if they let the brother come in and think that he did it at their establishment, because it could be you did it or somebody here did it, even though he took himself out. So they have to get rid of the body. They have to, Shirley has to pay all the people off that were there. Jesus, what's his name? Marquise, and who took him out?
Floyd.
Yeah, oh Jesus. Marquise and Floyd were took his body out and took him to, I hope I'm not going too far. I probably am. I'm going too fast, Anna.
That's okay.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So the body has to be removed from the building without it looking like something happened at the club. I'll just say that.
Gotcha.
But y'all can add more to it. Please.
Yeah. So in chapter 2, and I put a little thing down there so we could kind of get an idea of what's going on just from my memory. But in chapter 2, Big Shirley comes to the club, right? And we meet another character. We're gonna meet Monique, which is gonna be another interesting character to meet. Monique just happens to be the person who runs the club, and she's sitting up there panicked. I mean, she's sitting up there drinking because they are scared right now. They scared about the fact that Pierre is in the has died in there, and they don't really know if he's unalived himself or if somebody else unalived him. That was the interesting part. They really don't have a clue. They keep saying that he unalived himself, but we're gonna learn later, like on down the line, that probably wasn't even the case when we get with Sheriff Clay at some point. So what was your thoughts about chapter 2, Lexi, as we meet Monique and we meet Big Shirley and we see how they really is perplexed about everything that's going on?
See, she calling me out for a reason, y'all, because she know that I wasn't too enthralled with the Monique character or how it is said that she is portrayed. And I'm going with visuals, y'all. I did not have the luxury to go to a book signing because for some reason Carl Weber don't want to come to Vegas, but I digress. That being said, I had to listen to the ladies on the panel tell me what the what was, and I'm just not feeling Leela Rashawn for this role. I could have seen a Lauren London with a tad bit of makeup, but I digress. Let's get back to the book. The book said that that I'm sorry, y'all, but the book said, look, I can't even remember her name right now. Oh, girl, the other one besides Monique came out and she was dressed in her finest, her sharpest, right? Mm-hmm. She couldn't sleep all night. She couldn't do all the things. Monique was like, oh, I don't know what we're gonna do. But Monique also had that kind of sarcastic cynicism about her. So people are gonna love that part about her in the book. I don't know how it's gonna carry on the show. I do want to see that. But old girl walked up, she handled business, she talked to Floyd, she talked to Marquise, told them what the what was, told them what to do, told him to handle the business. Floyd walked out the room, let Marquise be a man, and that's very important. So I'm dropping some nuggets to those who have not listened to the book yet or picked it up. I'm telling you some real stuff. Floyd let him be the man and run the show in this chapter, and that is pinnacle for what happens later on in the book. That is a little nugget. Overall, we saw a vulnerable side, ladies. Please tell me if I'm wrong, of Marquise, because he didn't even want to do it. He didn't really want to dump the body. That's what I got from this.
I just feel like Marquise is just really just trying to figure out like what in the world is going, like what I think all of this is just happened so quickly and so fast. It's like he says when we get to, because I want to say that's chapter 3 is where they really talk about really getting rid of the body more so. And you hear him say something along the lines like, how did a good night go this wrong? Like he just went from being up and, doing the do with Antoinette, getting caught by his mama. And now he got to try to get rid of the body. He got to do all of these things. And now everything is kind of just crashing down. So I just feel like it was just a lot for him at that moment, because now he really got to step up and do what he do. Like they never experienced anything at this high stakes before. They done had bodies. They done had all of these things happen. I mean, don't get it twisted. Big Shirley is just as much criminal as the next person. They have a different type of criminality to them. You know what I'm saying? For those of you who have read the book, y'all get where I'm going with this. They just have a different type of criminality. So it's not like they squeaky clean. It's just that this is Joan LeBlanc's brother. Like this is about to start some mess. So I got
a question about that,
Go
Miss
ahead.
EJ. I'm sorry. You said that they got a different type of criminality. A body is a body. Like,
I was trying to, I realized I was about to jump too far. So I just decided to leave it there because in the book, they talk about how Big Shirley, we find out what Big Shirley's issue is, why she doesn't want to go to her other family for help. And I just felt like it was so hypocritical because they drop bodies, like bodies drop in this club. They're no stranger to crime in this club, but yet, or in this casino, you know what I'm saying? But yet the other family's business is so bad as opposed to this business. And that's why I said they're no stranger to criminality, but we'll later learn that she does have a problem with the other family's business as opposed to this, her business. They all in some stuff. I'm pretty sure let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all the Duncan brothers was doing something. They all doing something at the end of the day. All of them got some criminal to them. But we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. What was I finna say? I was like, did I write that? I don't remember writing that. I'm sorry, I just saw something in the chat and I was like, when did I?
No, girl, that was me. I don't know why my comments are maybe because I'm not on my channel.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
that was me. So DeMarcus asked who were my favorite character or who was my favorite character. I'm sorry, I don't know why I can't. EJ, my bad.
Look, I thought somebody had took over, girl. We did Deliverance yesterday. Like, what the hell?
That's why I get messing with them extra spirits.
Girl, listen.
No, that's me. My bad. My apologies. I don't know why.
Nah, girl, it's all good. Me and Tika are one and the same tonight, y'all. Go for it. So if y'all see anything that say hashtag Chippy under my name, don't y'all even fall for it. Y'all already know.
Okay. I'm not typing anything else.
But so that's kind of where I was going with that, Lex. But Tika, as a matter of fact, I have a question for you. Who is Monique Cartwright to Big Shirley? Besides being her right hand, who else is she?
Momo is Shirley's cousin.
Yep. And she's also her the manager at the casino. The second boss to Big Shirley, she was running the casino. That's her job. Yeah. So she's right hand, her cousin on her daddy's side, and her best friend.
We said this earlier, didn't we, EJ?
What?
About DeMarcus and Tika.
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
But you see what DeMarcus just said though.
I could rock with Tika the Shine answers. I love you, DeMarcus. I don't even know you, but I love you. Thank you.
I said, listen, exactly. This is exactly what I knew. I already know. So listen. Anywho, so why I write this so small, y'all? Chapter 3 is when Marquise. This is my girl. That's small. I'm just gonna have to remember it. This is actually what Candy described. Chapter 3 is when Floyd and Marquise decide that okay, so now we got to move the body. They done went in there. They done saw the body. They realized it ain't no cameras up in here, y'all. It ain't no cameras up in here because they took the doggone cameras out because this is also a place where dirty politicians and anybody else who need to do some dirt and need for it not to be seen. This is the type of rooms that they rent out, these parlor rooms, and they do they back of the woods deals, whatever you want to call them. That's what goes down in some of these rooms. So they don't have cameras. So now we don't even know if somebody unalived him, if he unalived himself, what really happened at this particular point in the story, right? So now they're like, what the heck are we gonna do? We gotta do something, but he can't be up in here because Joan is not going to believe any of this. And they don't want the Crescent boys to come down on them. None of that stuff. So Letitia, let's talk about the fact that we learn about Floyd. I believe we talked a little bit, me and you and Lex were talking about the fact of Floyd, and we were talking about the character Pooch, about the characters that's going to play him in a TV show, right? About maybe he's too young to play it. When I reread the book said that Floyd is not much older than Marquise. So now it makes more sense. Because at first I was thinking that Floyd should have been this older person, but after rereading it, it said that he's actually not that much older than him. I don't know how much older, but they make it seem like he's not. They kind of grew up together. So that was interesting. What are your thoughts on meeting the character Floyd for the first time? What did you think about him and how he kind of takes control of the situation as far as the body and getting it out and all that type of stuff?
I like Floyd, but I'm also very biased because I like Pooch. And okay, I must have misread. I thought that he was an older brother, so that does make more sense if he's actually her younger brother. Cool. I like him. They make him seem like he is not to be trifled with. That he's a big muscle. He seems to kind of garner a lot of respect from everybody. That's cool. I hope that Pooch can pull it off because I almost see Malik El-DeBarge Wright more in this role better than Pooch, but we shall see how it goes. We shall see how it goes.
He did. He sounded very much older. That's what I think that's the other part that maybe throws people off is because the voice actor sounded older, but that's not how the words read. And then there's going to be another part where it makes it seems like he's way much more older, but then you're like, they just said that he wasn't. So I'm gonna roll with that and feel like that's the reason why we got the casting that we got for it. But I think I'm gonna like the character Floyd. As far as there were 3 guys in the room, Candy. These are 3 guys that saw what went down. They paid them and told them not to say nothing, and they basically wasn't there. Right. These are going to be 3 of his friends. So now they're trying to clean up everything. Now they're trying to get things moving. And I felt like, okay, so we doing something, but is this going to work? I always wondered how they were going to explain all of this, how all of this was actually going to go. Can you name the 3? Can you name the 3 men that saw the body?
Marquise, Floyd, Squirrel. Squirrel?
The 3 men that they paid off. The 3 men that they paid off.
Skunk. Somebody's name, is it Fred? I'm just trying to think about Floyd's travels that day when he did what he did. Because I can't remember what they said when they paid him off. Skunk was one.
You need a helping hand, Tika. No, I look at Tika. Tika said, "Oh hell no!"
Sally, where are you, Sally?
There was one. Was it Eric? And Eric, that's one of my baby daddies. So that's the only reason why I kind of specifically remember that name.
Hey, Mochi.
I think it was Fred.
Fred, okay.
Yeah.
Fred. It was Skunk.
Name.
Is it Skunk?
No.
Todd, Eric. And you know what my mind said? Their name is 4 letters. Okay. They have 4 letters in their names, and damn, all 3 of them got 4 letters. See? Okay.
Lexi was going to say call a friend. Like tap out, call Alex Trebek or somebody because she don't remember. I was going to say fool number 1, fool number 2, and
it dead to the bed.
So Skunk didn't help, right? Because
no,
in the West. Can I just tell y'all what I think Skunk? He reminds me of Ezel from Friday.
Yeah,
he's very much an Ezel character. Even in the little clip we saw him in the show, he dodging behind bushes and carrying on. He looked very much Ezel. So that's what I pictured when I read about him.
Can you remember who played Skunk's part? Tika and Tisha? I can't remember who the character was. Because we can see the person peeping through the bushes.
Yeah.
But I can't remember who it was.
I don't remember.
The sun was in my eyes during that time. So
honey, wasn't it?
Yeah, they got me.
Okay.
I feel like that's the inside thing, so I'm just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, and my camera is blurry. Wait a minute, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it was.
But we'll talk about it later. Okay, Lexi, we gotta talk a little bit more about Floyd because we start to get more into Floyd's character And we learned about Floyd. He has a son. I mean, all of this is like kind of triggering for Floyd because he has a son. We also learned that he has a daughter. He had a troubled marriage. Like, what were your thoughts on finding out all these things about him? And we learned about his daddy and his daddy's shenanigans and how he been burying these bodies since he was young.
And that's why I got questions about the age thing. I don't know if it was a slip up from Carl. How you gonna have a full-grown son? Because the way that they described the son, it was Fabian, right?
Yeah, Fabio
or Fabian, one of them babies.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, baby. But he was a grown man. They had their little daddy son issue, son thought he was a grown man and he got out there and found out fat meat was greasy, unfortunately. And him and daddy being Floyd, y'all, how do you get Floyd from Fabio? Now, I'm sorry, y'all. Anywho, so they had their issues. The baby went on to glory. He was depressed about it. Him and his wife got a divorce shortly thereafter the baby's demise. And I say he's a baby, but that was his son, and it was an adult. So again, I'm calling questions on that age. And I thought they said that he was the older brother of Shirley. But I digress. We're going to get to those chapters. I got to go re-listen now for my own stuff. But we hear about Floyd. We hear about who he is. He sounds like a stand-up man. I still feel like Rick Fox shoulda, coulda, woulda played this role. He'd have been a fine Floyd. He'd have met the match. Anywho, sorry, y'all. With Floyd, the further you go in the book, the more you respect him. And when I gave my synopsis of chapter 2, it was purely based off getting to the end of the book, if that makes sense for everyone. You grow with Floyd. You learn a little bit more about Floyd. It's not like they just give you upchuck of Floyd and that's it. No, you grow with the character. You see that when it's time for him to put in work, he puts in work. You see that he's the thinker of the family. That is the best thing that I can say about Floyd. He is the thinker. He tries to make everybody else think, and he tries to let everybody else lead when it's their turn to lead.
Absolutely. Letitia, what is Floyd's kids' names and what age did his son get unalived? And you and Tika both can answer this since it's a two-part question.
I know it's Fabio, and he was 25, which is why I'm with Lexi on questioning the age. But hey, he could have been young. He could have been a young father. I forgot.
Fawn was the daughter. Fawn.
You close.
Fanny.
Yep.
Fanny.
There you go. Fanny.
Fanny Willis.
Okay.
Doing her thing in the ATL.
Hey.
And he was young. Yeah, 25. Thank you.
Yep. All right, y'all. So we're gonna move into chapter 5 where we meet John LeBlanc. Okay, listen, let's go, Tika, because this is the character that I am most excited for. Because I don't know why I feel so connected to this character. Like it's like, I mean, you're a ruthless addict, you know what I'm saying? So you know how it is when you have a character that you know that you shouldn't be connected to or like, but that you can't let go of it because you like them so much. That's like, John is my Daikon, pretty much. Like, yeah. I know it's wrong, but yet I still just feel so connected to this character. And I think I'm really going to enjoy him when the television show portion comes out. Talk about John. We're going to meet him. I mean, doing his thing. Like, he's going to go get this business. That's what he does. He collects businesses. So talk about the chapter 5 when we meet him.
Listen, I called him the Debo of taking businesses because this man literally pulled up on red and, he tried to be, he has a subtle ruthlessness about himself, but he tried to get him to just go ahead and sign that paperwork. He didn't want to sign that paperwork. And then he, had to do what he had to do, but he didn't just go and pop Red. He popped his son and the other dude first, and then was like, now sign the papers, so this is going to happen to the rest of your family. But can I say he was even more ruthless to have his own family on the side of Red so that he can go ahead and just infiltrate that man's program? I'm here for it. David Banner, listen, sir, that role was literally written for him. It's like that perfect pair of pants that you just, oh, these pants fit me so perfectly. That's how I see David Banner. And at this point, I can't see anyone else playing Jean LeBlanc after witnessing what David Banner is going to do. So
what he brings to the character, awesome. That's what's up.
Bringing the character to life.
That is what's up. DeMarcus, hey, SAS Palm. And yes, DeMarcus, I do root for Ops. Thank you very much. I root for Ops a lot. It's just I'm not rooting for Donna. It's certain Ops I do not root for. Okay. I'm going to go to my Valley Girl. So lighten up with Letitia. What did you think about John LeBlanc?
Ooh, honey, yes. Okay.
That name just saying
he just David Banner all the way, perfect. I was you're angry at him at that scene, but so intrigued because you cannot believe what he is doing to these people. I mean, because it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. But you cannot help but be drawn to the man. Just that's it, period. He's a force to be reckoned with. I'm gonna love him from the beginning to the end. And I'm almost ashamed to say, dang, I might have to be on the LeBlanc side as opposed to the Duncan. I love my New York Duggars, but them NOLA ones, I have to be on the LeBlanc side. Girl, Big Shirley, go and give up that your piece of the pie, honey.
Okay, girl, that part. I need to know your feelings, Miss Ernestine. Ernestine with the wop. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Go ahead, Miss Ernestine.
What do you say? Make them girls get down on the floor like a pimp.
You so silly.
Listen, David Banner so fine, y'all. When y'all see David, oh Jesus, Tika, Letitia, when y'all see David Banner in episode 1, that ninja so fine, y'all. He's so chocolate. He's so fine. I don't care what he do. I'ma like Jean LeBlanc. Okay? Every time I hear his name in this book, I'm like, good God from Zion. If you want to call him the op, you can call him the op. But I am with Jean LeBlanc at this moment. Okay? He fine. He's sexy. He get it. I'm sorry, husband. He can get it. And listen, he can't do nothing wrong. He can't do nothing wrong. He walked through the door, taking over people's clubs and infiltrating. And listen, I am here for that. Okay? Just
in a white suit.
Oh,
listen. And he don't mind showing his feelings, girl.
Listen, and that's the whole thing. That's what had me torn, y'all, about this character. That's the beauty of this character right here, is because, later when we get into like him and his relationship with Marie, you would think that he was out in these streets, right? And I really hope that the television show does not change this aspect of the book. I really hope they keep this part like it is, right? Because you would think that he was out here in these streets, but he is, but he not like that, not in the streets. You know what I mean? Like, he not out here woman to woman, all of this. He really loved his wife. He just like his family business. He just like the Duncans has a family business too, when it all comes down to it. And this is how I'm going to rationalize it. Y'all know I'm good at rationalizing things, right? And he is just fighting for his family's business as well. I mean, his brother was unalived and he don't know what happened. And ain't nobody being real with him. And he just trying to get to the truth. That's it. That's what it all comes down to. So, I mean, if I got to ride for LeBlanc, I got to ride for him. We got to go ahead and ride this one out. Now, will I be rooting for him to hurt my Curtis? No, that's different. That's a totally different situation. But
that's a whole
Curtis doing some stuff. Just
I
Curtis
know,
Cole
Curtis
paid attention.
I know.
That's before. Listen, this is before Curtis Cole.
But
This is
but
before.
Curtis, listen. Right now, me and LeBlanc can't do nothing wrong. I'm just like, oh, everything about this is sexy. He coming in here taking over stuff. He out here unaliving people. Like, I'm just like, come through. And he didn't want to unalive that man, but that man jumped at him. That was his fault. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
He tried to spare him. He definitely tried to spare him, but he didn't want to act right. So
Exactly. Lexi, talk about it, Lexi. Please tell the people
So
that.
I just wish that, that EJ could use some of her, rubbing elbows methodology and get me on the team with Ben and them, because I got a soundtrack in my head right now. It's not too late because EJ has said this wasn't coming out till like what, October, November, or December, y'all, right? So we got time. Like when David Banner walked in the room, he just needs to play "In Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Do Right," the original, right? With like that's what needs to happen, because I'm team David Banner all day. I am an official Blanca. Y'all could be the honey dips. I am a Blanca. I just want everybody to know that in the chat. Because bruh did nothing wrong in my eyes. The entire book, I was like, I'm waiting to see why he's the bad guy. I'm waiting why we don't, form an alliance. Because he was right with God in my eyes. I'm just saying. Okay. Now, Marie.
Listen, get off Marie.
I'm just saying. I mean,
should have told Curtis to get off Marie.
No. First and foremost, I'm Team Curtis too, y'all. We gonna get into it because people were laughing at me in the IG chat because I was like, "Look, she done messed around, and now she gonna have a Smokey Robinson looking baby coming out, and people gonna have questions." But we gonna get to that part. But as far as Jean LeBlanc, he just saying his name is right with God.
That's
just saying his name.
Listen, first of all, I was Marie because of all the reasons, because Marie has the best of both worlds. And that was the reason why I was Marie. Look, that's the only reason. You already know why.
Does she? Because she was complaining a lot throughout the book about.
I don't care what she complaining about. She needs to get her stuff together. This man, this is who he was before. He just the same person. That's my other thing, y'all. Like, I know y'all been there where you have a character that it has some complexity to it, but at the same time, they want him to be like, he should be the op, but in reality, he really not the op. Like, let's be real. Let's talk about it, y'all. Tika, what did he really do wrong? Is he wrong for wanting to avenge his brother and find out what happened?
But no, he's definitely not wrong on that part. He's not the op when it comes to the Duncans just yet. He's the op to everybody else who club he deboing and snatching up. Like that's that, he's ruthless with that. That's literally what how they describe him, as being ruthless. And I love that they tell us who he is, but not only do they tell us, like, everybody, oh, he's ruthless, we're scared of John LeBlanc, you don't want to rumble with John LeBlanc, you know what I mean? But then they actually give us a moment where they show us how ruthless he is, like, so again, there's no beef with he and the Duncans just yet. I say that just yet. And so
it's coming.
He's a Diconish. He's a figure that you can be like, oh, even though he's a quote unquote bad guy, I still just like him. I just love him. He's fighting for his family just like everybody else is.
Boy, goodbye, DeMarcus. There ain't no way in the world. I'm so sorry, Tika. I did not mean to interrupt you, but that he just had to go ahead and go there. Ain't no way in the absolute world. Not now, not ever. No, thank you, sir. Like, you just be trying me all the time. All the time. Listen,
I have a question for the ladies.
Goodbye.
Ladies, what is y'all favorite scent? One by one, what is y'all favorite scent? Just throw it out there. Just vanilla. Favorite scent. Okay, I got a vanilla.
Musk.
Oh,
For men,
I'm about to say
Just favorite scent, the thing that just when you smell it, it turns you on. That's it. That's all you got.
Call me
I'm
old, but I like gardenia.
Okay, gardenia.
Yeah, anything gardenia.
Okay,
I like a musk. I like a if it's
It's
for a man.
this is what I'm saying.
okay.
Man, smut.
Okay, and Miss EJ, we sticking with vanilla, right? Don't is it the way that he wrote Jean? Doesn't
Oh my
he
God.
sound like he smelled like all of that plus something? Like my favorite scent is juice
I was
for
trying to
me.
see where we was going with, but
He looks like Issey Miyagi. He looks like he smell like Issey Miyagi all day.
okay.
All
My
day.
husband loved
Smell like
Ishimagi.
juice.
That's like one of his
Or
favorite
we can
scents.
go with the Versace Euro
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
or
but he
the Baccarat.
don't he smell like, or doesn't
Rich.
he look like or
Tom
sound
Ford.
and look like he could smell delicious? Like that is all that you would do in life, right? That you would be a happy housewife,
Of
and you
course.
would wait for that, because he was
Especially
out
if
there
he's
making
not,
you money. I just feel like
especially if he's
that's what
not
he.
doing side tricks.
But,
Yeah.
but she
Yeah,
need
right.
okay. I see where you're going with this. Yeah, he might look like he smell good. Yeah, he might do all the household quote unquote household things. But she just wants some attention. She wants some attention from. I mean,
Oh
that fine,
yeah,
sexy man. She
yeah.
wants some
Mm-hmm.
attention. That's all.
Yep.
That's all she
Yep.
asking for, and he just prioritized his business on top of his woman. So
Yep.
that's all she craving right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
But you
But
know
let's
what? My
quantify
only
attention.
thing with Marie is this though, because when she met him, he was like this. And if he was already like this, why are we expecting a different result? It's like asking, like, and I get that she said she thought he would grow out of it, but why did you think that? Like, why did you think that he would grow out of this? That's the part that I don't get. So it's like, yeah, girl, you complaining a whole lot about something that you went into open eyes with. So why are we complaining about this when this is what you went into? And while I sympathize with her and her lack of, because I mean, that's a real thing. Like I sympathize with that. But at the same time, I'm right there on that line thinking to myself, but you already knew all this. So why we harboring over it so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we expecting at this point? Because we already been there, done that. So I don't know, but I do sympathize with it. I do understand that she's a woman. This is what she wants. I get it.
I hear that too, but just like as we said last week, this sounds very similar to what Judge Mathis is going through with the divorce with his wife, because I feel like this man is rich, he always going for the business like that. I understand she needs some attention, but I also feel like she need to get a hobby. You know what I'm saying? She need to find something else to do and it not be Curtis, because she is doing too much. And she's playing with fire.
It's out there
And
now,
the
y'all.
best of both worlds that she's gonna have is gonna be 6 feet under if she don't be careful. So
listen, I gotta.
I'm not
Oh,
a fan of doing all the extra. Just go find something else to do. Go with your girlfriends. Go shopping. Go find something new to learn.
Can we
I gotta.
all agree
Oh,
that she's a woman of? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have a solution to all of that. All John need to do is put it down
One
a couple
time.
of good times, and
Yep.
she'll be okay for a little while.
That's it.
Just put it
That's all
down.
he
So
gotta do.
clearly,
That's all he
all she
gotta
needs is
do.
to put it down. That's all.
Exactly. That's all she gotta do. That's all that gotta happen. And she gonna have to be more forceful or more aggressive with this. Like, Ninja, you about to give up this. You ain't going nowhere. This is what's about to happen right now. Okay. Like she gonna need to figure out how to go ahead and be a super aggressive. You being too doggone docile. That's what your problem is. Like, if you want it, take it. This nigga ain't finna say, this ninja ain't finna say no. Like, stop it. Shout out to SAS Palm with the $10 super chat. Thank you. Said, yup. Okay, that's all.
She's a woman of a particular age. We've been giving grace on this panel, but let's call a thing a thing. She done hit that arc. So we could safely say she anywhere from 35 to 45, because the books in biology, and when you pay to go to school, right? Because they don't tell you this in high school, but when you go to college and graduate school, then they try to tell you about your body in real life. Anywho, y'all, so it tells you between that time frame, a woman is about her. She's like, wait a second, I've been waiting all my life to get the big one. Everybody been telling me about it. I need it. And that's where Miss Marie is at right now. I respect that. I acknowledge that. But Miss Marie, you caught him when he was in his 20s because that's how you got that girl. So maybe you need to tell him where you're at, and then maybe he can meet you there, maybe once or twice a week. I don't know. I'm trying to give him grace. But yeah, I agree. She need to speak up and speak out because she's going through some things.
I mean, because we just don't went there. Y'all know y'all know how we do. We done jumped about, I don't know, into the next part of into a whole nother portion of the book after the ball, for crying out loud. But I mean, it's just the truth. And I mean, and when we get to that, I mean, I'm just saying it's a whole thing. But once again, if you guys are not reading the books, if you have not read the books, please make sure that you go and get the book. They have a 30-day free trial right now on Audible where you can actually get this book. You can basically look at it you can read it for free. And do not forget to join the Discord, guys. We have the book club in there. We're going to be talking about the books. We have the listening party in there for those of you who have already purchased the book, but you got to have purchased the book, y'all. You got to purchase the book. We got to make sure that we're supporting and we're doing all the things. So Jean, yeah, he gonna be a son of a gun. I'm telling y'all, I already know. I'm gonna get him. He gonna be on my background. Who was Kendall, y'all? To Jean.
His niece, nephew.
That is true. That is absolutely true. Both, actually. So Kendall is his trans nephew who happens to be a stone cold killer, and he used to be his niece, Kendallise, right? And we learn about Kendall in this all this time. Big Red think that that Kendall on his side, and it turns out that Kendall has been infiltrated. So he's actually a pretty good businessman, as it seems too. If you're gonna be out here taking businesses, we learn about his father, his grandfather. Like, this literally is a family business as well. This is a business that has been passed on and passed down, and we learned that the grandfather is the one who came up with the idea of creating their own gang to actually take care of them, to be the muscle. That's where the Crescent Boys actually comes from. So I thought that was really dope. What's up, Tamika? Yes, girl, you need to go ahead and get this book. 30 days free trial. Let's see. So we are at, okay, y'all. So, go ahead.
The one thing I want to say, Miss EJ, is you get to keep the book after the 30 days because it's seen as like they're doing that free Audible trial.
Oh, wow.
And so what happens is it looks like you use what they call those credits. Y'all know that with Audible is normally like $39.99 per month, and you get so many credits. You getting that book is seen as one credit. So you get to keep the book, y'all. So do it while you can.
Yes.
That's cool to know.
All right, y'all. So chapter 6 is when we're going to meet Miss Ernestine. So I'm going to come to Ernestine herself to talk about Ernestine, right? Because Miss Ernestine, it sounds like a whole vibe, y'all. I was like, me and Miss Ernestine can be friends. I mean, long as she don't be doing too much, but we could be friends. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, Miss Ernestine be and I need to know. Talk to me about chapter 6 about Floyd when he go to his stress reliever. What is you looking to the side? What you got going on? I'm ready. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. So chapter 6, Floyd. I need to read this.
No, just talk to us about it. What's going on?
I am Floyd's stress reliever. Why? Because I have that good macaroni and cheese in a pot, as EJ was saying. And I have witch cooch. And it's good to Floyd, and he cannot get enough of it.
Yes.
I know I'm not explaining this right. But anyway, she does she's the voodoo hoodoo lady, and she is creepy as flock. But she's a good person to I'm not explaining this right, EJ or anybody.
I love
but
it. I love the commentary of this. You're doing a great job.
She gives Floyd this chicken foot, and in order for it to work, he has to, they have to do the bounce house 3 times so that her powers can enlighten and work the chicken foot, and he somebody else to do it. I can't do it.
Oh, tap me in, coach. Tap me in, coach.
Go ahead, Lexi.
Yes, Lexi, go for it.
All right, y'all. So she my spirit animal. This my wheelhouse, and here we go. So Miss Ernestine is about that life. For all of y'all who don't know, she practiced what we would call the craft. Now, she down south, she in Louisiana. Some people will call it hoodoo. Some people gonna call it voodoo. But what I'm gonna tell you is it's the craft. She is about herself and her man. That is her man. She has sanctioned it so, and she gonna protect him at all costs. What she decided to do was a protection ritual, y'all. Now y'all trying to say, well, why he have to do it 2 or 3 times? He was depositing his essence into her so she could do what she needed to do magically. You're going to understand that it's a very hot, heavy, passionate chapter. You're going to see the softer side of Mr. Floyd. Miss Ernestine, yes, she's spooky, she's kooky, but guess what? She got that bomb.com. She sprinkled a little dust on it, and that's why when your mama tell you not to eat everybody's cooking, this is what she was talking about.
That part.
So, like people talk about spaghetti. Oh no, you don't even take an ice cube from certain people because you never know. That being said, y'all, as we progress in the book, y'all gonna come to love Miss Ernestine like we love Miss Ernestine. So especially me, I resonated with her. I knew exactly what she was about, what she was doing. She was like, I really ain't got time. I would take y'all money and tell y'all the business you already knew. As we get into the chapters, you're gonna know what I'm talking about right there. But specifically when it comes to those two, you see him when he says stress reliever. It's on a spiritual level, y'all, because he is literally saying when he is with Miss Ernestine, he no longer feels burdened. He no longer feels those pains. She's however y'all think she's doing it, she's taking him to another level that he ain't never been there before, and I'm here for it.
Okay.
That's what that good macaroni and cheese do to you, baby.
Wop,
Calm you down.
wop, wop. Macaroni in a pot. Hey. Okay, listen, I'm all for the spiritual taking you over to the next level as well as the physical. Yeah, can't get it out. Spiritual, physical, all of the above. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for every last single bit of it. Letitia, anything? Do you need to add anything onto Lexi's commentary of Miss Ernestine and the wop 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 between her and Candy? I'm just like, oh my God, we just got a whole.
Read the Marcus comment.
They got it all. They got it all.
Ernestine seemed like she would bury your drawers in the backyard. I can't with you, Marcus.
She don't have to,
Yes,
DeMarcus.
she would.
When she put that hoodoo on you, and you stick your voodoo with her hoodoo, maybe she ain't had to bury them drawers. She got you locked.
Hoodoo.
Let me tell you something. Hoodoo's looking good in his chicken foot.
Got that chicken foot around your neck.
It's looking good with it on. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can't wait till this come out, y'all. Where Thanksgiving coming? What month is this? September.
The same time it come every year.
Look like it's gonna be different.
We got 2 more months. Just about.
Okay, let me get myself together, y'all. Okay, chapter 7. I ain't got no more trivia, y'all. That's all trivia. Chapter 7. What's chapter 7 about, y'all? I'm sorry. I just got caught up in this scene because it's like replaying in my head again. Chapter 7 is, this we're about to meet Sheriff Clay on trifling self, y'all. We're about to meet Sheriff Clay. Tisha, go ahead and break this one down. We're about to meet Sheriff Clay. We out in the swamp. This is where, Marquise is going out to make his deal.
Yes, he goes out to make the deal with her. So I can't remember, is it the movie or the book? But basically, she had a little thing for Marquis, so basically, she'd do anything for him. Although she also has a connection to the mayor, Mayor Sims, who we can't seem to get rid of. So that means Big Shirley has those are the folks that she has in her pocket. But it did cost Big Shirley to be able to make this go away. So to the tune of what? I think what was it, 50,000?
Yep.
$50,000 he had to give up in order to get rid of the body. So they did. She got rid of it, got it, fed him to the gators or whatever. And then when she went to go and tell the brother, that's the story that was given, was that, yeah, I'm not sure what happened to your brother, but the gators got him, and so sorry for your loss. And that's what they used to get, try to get rid of the body. However, Ezel was hiding in the bushes. Just saying.
She said, not Ezel. Oh my goodness. Not Ezel. Anybody else before we move on from chapter 7? Because really chapter 7 was just about them trying to make a deal, trying to get rid of this body so that they can get this mess off of their hands. But I mean, that was pretty much it. And we get introduced to old stanky Sheriff Clay. She's not gonna be my cup of tea. I can tell that right now. At all. I'm not gonna like her. But
she had this fake black scent too in the movie. I was like, that's on my face every time she came on the screen. I was like, ew, like no. And
But don't they in New Orleans, don't they all talk like that? Like that accent that even the other people, like I've heard them. I've heard a lot of people from Louisiana that have they got, it's like Creole, but it's or Cajun. They all kind of sound the same.
well, I know, but I think the Creole is also part of, its culture. And this is, she's not part of the culture. I mean, she lived in the area. So
Is she Alabaster adjacent?
Yeah, not even adjacent. I mean, yes, I think she has an accent, period, because she lives in New Orleans. But to me, I felt like it was given extra. And I don't know, I just did not, I had a stank face every time she was on the screen. And, but this is where we found out too, like why Big Shirley doesn't want to go to Uncle LC. Should we talk about that, or you want to wait?
Let me see if, because chapter 7, I think it's hold on, let me see. Because chapter 7, when he asked, why don't we go? Because I'm trying to get back to my notes. When he calls her, she don't go all the way into it in this one. So we haven't got all the way into it yet. She haven't given the reason, but she definitely lets it be known in this particular part that we ain't going to him, we ain't talking to him. She don't want nothing to do with them, like at this point. But she haven't told the reason just yet. She gonna say the reason later.
Is this okay? So it's the same episode where they are where he got Pierre covered up under the leaves and the tarp, and then when she pulls it back, she looks at him and sees who it is. And then she was like, well, the gators got him. Like,
yeah.
So how do you all feel about her saying what happened? Maybe because she understood that was a better way to have it covered up versus he was just found. Is it because of the bullet wound, or
yeah, I mean, they gotta let the gators eat him up because they cannot like I mean, honestly, if the gators don't eat him up, then I mean, can we imagine if they come look at him, do an autopsy, like anything?
Yeah.
Like he needs to look like he was in the swamp. If he in the swamp, the gators got to get him. So it made sense. That's the only good part I liked about her. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I'm saying like her saying like this is what we should do. I guess because she could help cover it up, so I guess she would take the ball on what really happened to him versus him just want to leave him there and then they find out, what happened. But I guess it would be better that she suggested what happened, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. She definitely was creating the story. She was creating the alibi. She was creating what she needed to tell John. So she was like, and basically she was telling Marquise, this is the story that we're gonna run with. So get it in your head, but without that loop, we can't run nothing. So yeah.
I give it to you.
Run me my money.
Right.
So now that I have a visual of Sheriff Clay or under Sheriff Clay, I feel like do y'all remember The Princess and the Frog, the cartoon, the Disney? And y'all remember the little alabaster adjacent little girl that was old girl's like friend / boss in a way? That's who I'm picturing in my head, right? She had the tone, she had the verbiage, the vernacular, she had, as you said, the black scent, but she was alabaster adjacent. That being said, and her daddy was alabaster. He was just alabaster.
They sounded just very country to me, as opposed to like it was. I don't know. I felt like it was extra, and it didn't look like it would have come out of her. She's a really skinny, long, straight-haired woman. And unfortunately, again, because I'm picturing in the movie, I couldn't put them together. I couldn't put her together with Ronald Sims.
Got it. So you talking Tina Knowles with the blonde wig back in the day before we found out?
No, this is a Caucasian woman.
Yes.
Oh,
it's a Caucasian
That's
woman.
why I said not adjacent.
So we talking about Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side?
No, we're kind of talking about Marsha Brady or Jan.
But with the accent. That's why I said Sandra Bullock with The Blind Side. Remember, because she played a woman.
Let me see if I still have the picture. I have the picture of the person who's going to play that particular character. If I still have it. Hold on.
Spidey said they want to see some gators in the show. Ooh, I don't
While
know.
Miss EJ is bringing that up, I will be honest. She played the game. He met her price, so she played Price is Right. She won the big prize in her head. She handled business. She had the foresight to say, "Hey, I got to cover up this bullet hole, so it's gonna cost you extra." I'm not mad at her right now. I'm not mad at her. Will I get mad at her later in the book? Sometimes, but I'm not mad at her right now.
Yeah, I think $50,000 was a low price in my opinion. I need about 100. I'm sorry, because I got to give this money out. I got to spread this change around.
He wasn't gonna give her but 10. So
right, he was like, "You ain't worth you." He's my mom, Pierre. You wouldn't even worth that, baby. You better hush your mouth.
Okay.
Whatever size check she want, you better write it.
Okay, at this point. Y'all ain't got no choice but to go ahead and write that check. Okay. Let's go ahead and move to chapter 7. I'm gonna find the picture, but let's go ahead and move to chapter 7. Hold on. 8. 8. Okay, it's still up there. Okay, there you go. So this is when we're gonna meet Jones. We're back to Joan again. Hold on, let me stop that. We're back to Joan again. Joan. I just like saying it. We're back to Joan again, Tika, and we meet his daughter Simone, right? And we meet his wife Marie, right? Let's talk about that scene. They're at the recital and kind of just go through the scene and what they're going through, what they're actually going through, because we're gonna learn a little bit more about these two characters and their relationship.
Listen, when I think of Simone, all I think of is Hillary on Fresh Prince, the old one. Daddy, can I have $200? Because at the recital, because he didn't have flowers for her, he decided, oh well, I'll just give you my credit card and you can just go buy, go shop, go do a little shopping spree. That was his way of kind of pacifying her of her disappointment. And then, of course, Marie was not feeling that because she's thinking that, she wants the quality time and you should have brought the flowers. And it was just, Marie trying to be. She was an unhappy wife. It was clear. It was apparent that something was going on between the two of them, or maybe it was just her because John was just going on as if this is the norm. And then, unfortunately, we do learn that later on, once they leave the recital, we do learn that Pierre is gone bye bye, and that's when the sheriff comes to John's house and let him know, hey, your bruh had. I was about to say the Raku in the sky, but he done went to the Gator field. I'm for program.
Here you go, right here. If you can see it, Lexi. I mean, she kind of stands out. This is the character. That's Sheriff Clay.
Yeah, I see her. She right up under Quincy.
Yes.
I can see her a mile away.
You can see her a mile away. Yes, you can. So, but yeah.
So to pick up off of Miss Ernestine, I'm gonna give her her dues tonight. We're still gonna fight over that name in the background, but that's okay.
I think you got it, Lexi. I think you got
it. I'm gonna say, honestly speaking, to me, this was when we first saw the human side of Jean, right? Because he recognized his errors and, ah, crap, I forgot her roses. Let me make baby girl happy. The fact that he was a present father, let me make baby girl happy. And this isn't a one-time thing, y'all. You will see that throughout the book. That I think that's why we are all low-key, high-key, some-key team LeBlanc. It's going to take a lot for us to be full team Duncan.
Listen, I'm team Jean. Let me get that very clear. I am team Jean LeBlanc. But yes, that's it.
And also, we see how he calls his brother an F up before he finds out what happened to Pierre. But he's still trying to give Pierre business. He's still trying to make Pierre his own king, his own boss, in his own right. Like, hey, I'm going to let Pierre run this. And even his number one henchman was like, are you sure? He was like, hey, I know my brother F up, but I'm going to see what he rock with this. So you see the loyalty and the love that EJ was talking about when EJ was saying he's just trying to bring his family up. And again, guys, if you have not read the book or listened to the book, you gonna know what we're talking about as we progress through the series when he trying to put his family on. Marie, I digress.
I cannot with you.
I'm sorry. I'm Team LeBlanc. I'm a Blanca. That's what it is.
Not LeBlanca. Oh my goodness. Okay, LeBlanca. So that's kind of where we are with them, right? So because I want to get to we back to Big Shirley, y'all. So we almost at the end of our chapters, right? So we back to Big Shirley. And when we get back to Big Shirley, we're going to see that she's really perplexed right now. You know, she got a lot going on. But at the end of the day, she's like, look, I got to get up and go to work. Like, regardless, she couldn't sleep. She got a few hours of sleep. She get right up. She get dressed. She's a woman who cares about her appearance. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, I got to go to work. She gets to work, but then she has to go see the man who she literally has under her thumb, right? The man who she has in her pocket. She needs some extra hours at the club, right? She needs some extra hours at the casino, and she needs him to do some things. We also learned that he has upped his price. He went from $75K a month to $100K a month. Like, this man is making the salary of some people making a whole year off of one person, off of a backdoor shady deal, just to make sure that he keep things right. She got some issues with the neighbors. She paying them for the land, right? But they want her to buy the land now, even though they done took her money for the year. So she got all sorts of issues going on, in addition to the other issue that she got. So she goes there, she gets that all situated. He don't have no choice but to do it. It's not like he can't do it. She knows about him and Sheriff Clay. Apparently everybody seems to know about it, that they got a thing going on, So she has him right where she wants him at. what else did we learn in this about her? I feel like that's the main things that we learned about them. Like we really was just really handling business, but we did find out that she wanted Marquise to. Did we talk about that already? That she wanted Marquise to leave town. She talks about him leaving town, but she hasn't completely put her foot down yet. But she says that she thinks that it's a good idea that he leaves town. So we've had that whole thing kind of thrown out there, but. So that was really chapter 9, but I want to get to chapter 10 because chapter 10, we get back to Marie. And Marie, for whatever reason, Marie is just an interesting character to me. We get back to Marie, we get back to Jean, and we get the revelation. Let's talk about Tika, the revelation that, oh, my brother is gone, because this is where we're, we got this, hold on. I missed the part somewhere. When did we already talked about, okay, dang, it was on chapter 8. We got sidetracked. Chapter 8, y'all, is when Sheriff Clay breaks the news to him, because I was like, he's supposed to already had told him about this. Chapter 8 is when she told him about that. She came to his house, told him that his brother is gone, and and that was it. And he doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe that the Gators took his brother. Right now, he's already in denial. But now I want to go to the next day, because I felt like the next day was the interesting day. Let's talk about the next day when they get up. Marie gets up. Jean has gotten up, and kind of how that day has progressed. Let's talk about that. And then it's a bunch of little stuff. We'll talk about all of it. But go ahead, T.
Is that not the day of the funeral? Was that the day of
Yeah.
the? Oh,
No,
okay.
this
See,
is
I
when
read because I was all in chapter 11 too. So 11,
yeah,
12.
because you was reading chapter 11 to I know. Yeah, this
Okay.
is when they wake up the next morning, and she's thinking that, oh, they finna spend some time together, but no,
He had other plans. Yeah, he definitely had other plans. And so she just decided to go do a spa day. She has a friend, someone that she grew up with by the name of Raven, and she and her daughter Simone decide that they are gonna go to get do a little spa day. But in this particular spa, they got men with tight pants on, handing out champagne and all of that other good stuff. Ain't no telling what else might go on in Ravens, because this sounds like a little seedy type situation. But I mean, I'm here for it. Show me. Um, let's see what else. Shirley was at the big. Shirley was there along with my girl Momo. I like. Can I just say real quick? In the other chapter, Momo told the little secretary to go do something safe. So yeah. Anyway,
oh
I like. That's why I like Momo. She gonna say what she want. But anyway, again, they see Big Shirley at this spa, and then Big Shirley overhears them talking about how much of a reward is out there for basically for some answers as to what happened to Pierre. And that's all my brain can process right now. So
no
forgive
problem.
me.
Tisha, go ahead and pick up and talk about this one part that Marie talks about when she's talking about her husband, right? When he's leaving, she's getting ready to go have her spa day, right? She talks about something that's very important that we find out about Simone and one of the Crescent boys that Joan don't know about.
Okay, so I don't remember it all, but I do know that Simone really likes Prince, who is Saint's brother,
Yes.
who we'll meet a little bit later. But Prince, he's one of the Crescent boys, so obviously one of the bad boys. I'm sure that's probably not what Jean LeBlanc wants for his his dear sweet daughter. But yeah, so I guess they're messing around.
Yeah, they make it seem like it's a thing going on, and the mom seems to know about it. Anything else in that particular part of the book that stands out, in that particular part in chapter 10 that stands out to you that you want to talk about?
Well, basically that Big Shirley and Monique overhearing the conversation made them get up and skedaddle on out of there. They quickly gave condolences, but they basically got back to work, so that they wouldn't, appear to be guilty, I suppose. So, but I can't wait to talk about the masquerade ball.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts too. Ernestine, wop wop wop, macaroni in a pot. Hey boo, hey. Tell me something. So Marie, is talking about, she's looking at Big Shirley, and she's like, she kind of envies her, but at the same time, she's also kind of in awe of her. Like she's at the same, like she envies her, but she admires her at the same time, because she has a job, she has, a business rather, you know what I'm saying? And she was a stay-at-home mom, which gave her something to do per se. It's like Letitia was saying earlier, she really doesn't have anything of her own. And she's saying that like she really admires that, but at the same time she envies it, because she doesn't feel like she has anything now that her daughter is older. You think Marie just needs to go find a hobby?
So I think two things. I think Jean needs to focus on his family, his wife and daughter, or focus on them more than he is, or that we see, or that we read in the book. And I also do think she needs to get some business by herself. What they say, the idle mind is the devil workshop. So she's not busy. She's seeing Marie as, she's envious of what Marie is able to do. She sees other people, and she sees other things that she wants to do, or people that's doing stuff, and she's not. She's just a rich housewife. And because she's not going to lunch with her girlfriends and going to get, like you see on TV, going shopping with the ladies, she feel like she has nothing to do, or she's nothing. She feels empty. But like I said, two things. He needs to pay attention to her and be with his wife and spend time with her. And she does need to get some business by herself, no matter what it is. I ain't saying get Curtis or nothing, but like get some business by yourself. That's what my dad'd say. Get some business by yourself. And she needs to, because her mind is running. And soon as that man left to go handle business at the masquerade, I'm finna go too far. He shouldn't have left her. He shouldn't have left her.
You sound silly. Lexi, final thoughts on chapter 10.
Some very important things, like you said, did happen. We see the interaction with Shirley, Mo, and Marie. I don't know if anybody watches Bridgerton, or they watched the spinoff with Queen Charlotte, where she said prayers, sorrows, and she was just not empathetic.
Sorrows, prayers.
Yes, when Shirley gave her condolences, that's what I envisioned, and I just hope that Leela Rashawn can emote something like that, kind of like prayers, sorrows. My bad. That being said, I agree with the whole Marie thing. We're introduced to the chicanery that is Marie, because I'm trying to figure out what you were doing when that baby girl was going to all the private schools and stuff. Like, what were you doing with your day and your life all this time? Like, you don't crochet, you don't do hair, you don't do nails. I kind of feel like she's envious of this salon, because that's her best friend. And guys, the owner of the salon is her best friend. That person is going to play a kind of sort of maybe pinnacle part later in the book. So that pocket that. I feel like she's never found her way. Does that make sense? She's never really had a dream. She's never really had a goal, in my opinion, in my humble. That's what I get from this. I get that folks are going to be folks. Now, some people would say Black folks are going to be Black folks when you hear about the money, and you tie that in with the three men that Fred, Ted, and Dad, or whoever they were. Them people, like, you're going to tie that in, hopefully, but folks going to be folks, and money talks. Money always talks. So we get some really good gems in this chapter, and I think it's important that we don't placate this chapter, even though it's kind of a dud. It turns out to be giving us a lot of knowledge going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Chapter 10 was interesting to me. Overall, I felt like the first 10 chapters of the book, while we are just getting into these to these New Orleans folks, you know what I'm saying? Like we're getting into them and we're learning them. It feels like they are strangers to us. They're strangers to us. We don't know any of them. We have no clue about any of them and we're learning them. And I feel like as we're kind of, it's like a slow roll as we're kind of learning about them. And then we're getting a little more information, and it's getting a little more interesting, but we're still kind of getting a basis of it. And at this moment, like I said, I'm not really drawn into anybody just yet, except for Jean. Like I want to know more about him. You know what I mean? I have some opinions about the other ones, but that's the only one that I want to know at the moment. And then as we get past chapter 10, I feel like we kind of start to speed up once we get to the point where Marquise goes to visit something that we are familiar with, a family that we're familiar with. I feel like that's for me when it's like, okay, boom, and then everything kind of just explodes. And that's when I really get into it all the way. So chapters 1 through 10, though, off to a really good start. Once again, 30-day trial on Audible. Y'all go and grab the book. Don't forget to join the Discord. The link is at the very top. Definitely do that. It's also in the community tab. But yeah, y'all, this was good. I really enjoyed the book so far. I'm ready to get into chapters 11 through 20 so we can dive a little bit deeper into everything. Ladies, Tika, what you got going on your channel, boo?
All things ruthless.
Absolutely.
Listen, I just want to say thank you, EJ, for letting me come on in here and play with y'all with this whole book situation. And for those people that just know that the beginning of the book is definitely an introductory to these new characters that we're gonna be able to meet later on. Like EJ said, just check it out, check it out, check it out. It'll definitely be worth it. And on my channel, all things ruthless, literally. Tyler Perry's Ruthless, Tyler Perry's Ruthless, Tyler Perry's Ruthless. I'm also gonna be doing House of Vicious as well as Latima, who's on which two shows are on their way back. So that's what I got. That's what I'm working on in my brain at this time. So thank y'all, ladies. This was fun.
Of course. And my girl Letitia, girl, we gonna get you. You gonna get back on the. You gonna get back on the horse, and you is gonna get up there. You gonna ride it, and you gonna get this content out soon and very soon. I know. But is there anything else like on social media? Anything else that you got going on that you want the people to know where to find you?
Yes, but and first of all, like Tika said, thank you so much. I always appreciate the opportunity to be up here. This is so much fun for me. I love this. Um, for this particular channel, I am looking to get back into it, just doing commentary. I started off doing commentary on Instagram and talking about like black sitcoms and our adult perspective. I don't want to go into it because I'll be anyway. So I love stuff like that. I'm a big trivia person, so I like that. But I'm also going to be doing the recaps of season 5 for the family business. Again, just to get my feet wet back into these YouTube streets. But you can find me at Lighten Up with Letitia on YouTube or Letitia's Voice on Instagram.
Yes, you can.
Oh my gosh. If you're into ASMR, I have a different YouTube channel I call Letitia's Voice, in which I do ASMR videos. It's gum popping, lipstick applying, and soft talking.
SAS listen, you're not gonna listen. If you go straight to chapter 6, let me tell you, you better. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. We on YouTube. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you so much. Shout out to you for the $20 super chat. Make sure you join the Discord. Come to the Discord. I need you to get up in that Discord. But yes, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and go talk to Letitia. Okay. Lexi girl, when is you gonna start your channel back up, boo?
See, I keep telling y'all the way my job is set up, right? I can't tell y'all what I do for a living, but I could just tell you that the alphabet boys is heavily involved. So we're gonna make it do what it do. But that being said, y'all, no, I do really want to thank Miss EJ for letting my crazy self coming up here, because she knows I come with all of the backwards theories. I've recasted the cast. We've talked about it. Uh, I'm just ready for the mess and the drama. And I love talking to like-minded people who are involved and enthralled. Ooh, look at that word. With all the things that we do. So thank y'all from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, Alphabet Pals. Ernestine, wop, 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 macaroni in a pot. What you got going on your channel?
Listen, that is too funny. So yes, thank you, EJ, for introducing me to the family business, all things family business. You know, I know you're the number one, like Tika said, the number one source for all things family business. So I thank you for putting me on. I thank you for including me from the very beginning when you were doing your lives years ago. So I do thank you for that. But on my channel, I will be doing tomorrow at 7:15. Me, Monique 69 Ways Johnson will be discussing Reasonable Doubt, season 2, episode 5 at 7:15, and at 8:40 we'll be doing Rebel Ridge, which is a Netflix movie. Me, Monique 69, and BKJ will be doing that tomorrow 8:40. So please check it out tomorrow. That's all for the next couple days. And then on Wednesday, I will be with Tika and BKJ with the Ruthless Roundtable. And that's it. You know, I think I'll be with EJ Tuesday, maybe. I'm not sure. But other than that, that's all. I am 20 subscribers away from 500. Help your sister out.
Help a girl
Please.
out. Go get my girl
Candy
up.
loves
Right.
to talk
Quit playing.
TV.
Where y'all 20 people
Listen.
at? Quit playing. Go hit that
I
subscribe
need the
button.
20
Candy
people
loves
who.
to talk.
Okay.
Thank you. Please
We
help
right
us
there at
out.
the halfway point. Let's do it.
You was on my channel, Sauce Palm. You were on my channel.
Candy Love Talk
Yeah.
TV, I believe.
You're on my channel. I think you were. Is that my channel? Yeah, you were on my channel earlier.
Candy Love Talks TV is I think that's Candy Love.
Candy Loves to Talk TV. That's me.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
I just know the thing. I know the logo when I see it. That's it. But yeah, so on my channel, on what's today? Today's Saturday, so Sunday, Monday. So on Monday, hold on. My days getting mixed up. Tuesday, yes, Tuesday. We might do something on Monday, but Tuesday for sure. We are going to be doing Fight Night. We're going to be doing episodes 1 through 4. So if you are looking at Fight Night, if you're not looking at Fight Night, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Y'all better go look at Fight Night. Fight Night is crazy. But we're going to be doing episodes 1 through 4. And then on Thursday, nothing. On Friday, like honestly, in my head, y'all, I really had this all planned out about what I had going on, but for some reason, it's baffling me. I cannot remember. On Friday, we're doing Reasonable Doubt. We're gonna be talking about Reasonable Doubt, and it's some other stuff somewhere up in there, y'all. Just keep y'all notifications turned on. I promise you, I got some stuff somewhere. I just cannot think of what it is right now. But yes. So anyway, y'all. So that is what's up, y'all, with the Family Business New Orleans book 7, episodes 1 through 10, y'all. Once again, go ahead and grab the book. Make sure y'all join the Discord. Gonna be up in there, you know, doing what we do. Shout out to everybody who came through. SAS Palm, 007 Spidey, appreciate you for coming through. Matthew Wilson, Moochie came through. Monique 69 Ways was in the building. We had DeMarcus Vaughn in the building, of course, being extra. Sally was in the building. Thank you. Appreciate you, my girl Latoya. Always coming through, showing love, showing support, making sure the chat is handled. And to everybody else who came through, we appreciate you guys so much. To those who didn't say anything but was just out there listening, we thank you guys. And once again, do not forget to go join the Discord, y'all. I'm trying to get that Discord pushed up so we can engage with each other a little bit more, y'all. So let's do it. But anyway, we're about to get up out of here, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.